All right, we're successful this time. Great. Okay, let's. Okay. All right, we're back, folks. We finally corrected the issue, and now everything is working. Now we have the final plan, and we could start doing road by road. But let's show you the map first. Okay, this is how the bus redesign will look like. See, the BX39 will still serve Wakefield. The BX30, 31 and 34 will serve Woodlawn. The BX7, 9, and 10 will still serve Riverdale. The BX20 will still be peak service only. See, this is the corridor that was referring before we went offline. The corridor of Bedford Park Boulevard and Arlington Avenue. So the BX25 and 26 are going to run together again. So the BX, oh, now you guys see the BX30 will not serve Norwood. We'll go from the area of Pound Parkway all the way up to Boston Road, and then turning into Cobb City. But let's go. Okay, let's go to the BX1. The BX1 will not change because it's direct, and routes, the key connecting routes include the 66 SBS, the 12 SBS, 1940-42. This is the headways, the limited. Okay, but let's see the routes that are going to change. For instance, the BX6 Select Bus Service. See, the BX6 Select Bus Service route will be changing to improve crosstown connections. The BX6 Select Bus Service will be rerouted along Bruckner Boulevard, Bronx River Avenue, and Story Avenue to a new eastern terminal at Turnbull and Pugsley Avenues. The route will no longer serve Hunts Point, which will continue to be served by the BX6 local. The new routing will be introduce additional connections for the BX5 riders to provide faster crosstown and along Story Island for Soundview residents. See, the BX6 schedule will not change. The BX6 will have the same frequencies and span as of fall 2019. When the BX6 SBS and BX6 local overlap, the combined frequency will be the same. And when the BX6 SBS and BX5 overlap on Story Avenue, the combined weekend frequency will be 3 minutes in AM peak and every 6 minutes in midday and every 4 minutes during PM peak. Due to the route changing, ridership will be closely monitored and schedules will be adjusted accordingly. So this is the new route. Let's see what our fellow contributor on these randomness have. Don't tell me we're having issues again with the internet. Okay, apparently we're having issues with PDF files. But we could use this map as an example. Okay, so the BX6 Select bus service will continue the same path as the BX5 along Bruckner Boulevard, Bronx River Avenue, and Story Avenue until get to this area. The other route that is changing is the BX11. And as you guys see, I'm having issues here with my computer. My apologies, folks. Okay, right now the BX11 goes via Claremont Parkway, then turns on Louis Boulevard, but not. Instead, will turn north on Boston Road and then on 174th Street. That will cover the actual BX36 that will be on Tremont. So that's the change. Oh, and the BX4A will be shorter. Now, according to this plan, the BX4A will not longer serve the hub. That is 3rd Avenue, 149th Street. Instead, it will go from this point right here, where routes like the BX35, the BX11, the BX27 end now. So instead of using Arctics, I think I'm assuming that we'll use Nova buses. But the BX4, the original BX4, will still serve the other part between 3rd Avenue, 149th Street and Simpson Street on the 2 and the 5. Meanwhile, the BX35 will be moved to Jennings. So the BX11 will be changing in support an effort to simplify the BX11, BX18, BX35, BX40, and 42 routes. The BX11 now will be serving East 174th Street and terminating at the Parkchester 6 train station. The extended BX35 will be serving Jennings Street and West Farms Road to allow directly into the to allow the BX11 directly travel into Manhattan via the Edward Grant Highway. The extended BX18 will place the BX11 service in Shakespeare Avenue and West 168th Street, Orient Avenue, and Pinton Avenue. Oh, and now will be 24/7, but it will be monitored closely. Let's go to the 36. See, the new BX36 will still travel between Salvie and Washington Heights, but now will operate on East Tremont Avenue instead of East 174th Street and East 180th Street. The new route will still serve the West Farms and East Tremont neighborhoods. However, to avoid its existing indirect route along Boston Road, the modified BX11 and 40 routes will provide crosstown service to its riders on 174th Street and East 180th Street, respectively. Let's see the BX40. The BX40 will be changing as a part of a larger redesign. See, the BX40 will still travel between Draws Neck and Morris Heights, but now will do so via East Tremont Avenue and East 180th Street. The rerouted BX36 and 36 Limited will replace its routing on Rosedale and Webster. Let me see if I could download the. Okay, here we got it. Bingo. See, it will still serve the project, but it will go via East 180th Street, providing direct connection to the 2 and 5 trains. Bingo. And it will still operate 24 hours. Let's go to the 42. And of course, the BX40 and 42 should have been receiving the SBS treatment since day one. But at least it's going to serve now Burnside Avenue on the 4 train. And of course, on the 2 and the 5. And of course, on the 6 train. And of course, it will still go to St. Raymond Cemetery. That's a good thing for me if I want to visit my great grandmother's grave. Oops, epic fail. My bad. Okay, let's see the BX30. See, instead of operating on Gun Hill Road, the route will operate between Boston Road all the way to Connor Street to from Connor Street to Pound Parkway. And the new routing will provide connection to the 2 and 5 trains at Pound Parkway and the BX12 Select bus service. See? So it will not serve Norwood anymore. This is like almost a loop. Because if you look at it, between here and here, you could take the BX12 Select bus service and get there in a quicker time. Oh, the one that was taken today, the BX29. Ooh. It will now terminate at Pelham Bay Park subway station. And now it will be 24/7. Bravo! So no more BX29 going to Cobb City. This, I love it. I love the BX29. How it's proposed, it's perfect. Because you have so many routes that go to Cobb City. And you have way duplicate service going to Cobb City from the subway station or the area. Let's see another route. BX15, like we discussed. See, it will be split in two. But now the BX15 local and limited will be operating between the hub and Fulham Plaza at all times like it currently does on the weekdays. Let's go to the M125. See, this is a new route, the M125. It will be 24/7. Oh, my apologies, folks, that I look sideways, but I can't do much. Okay, so it's gonna begin at 3rd and 149th Street. Towards Manhattan is gonna take the 3rd Avenue Bridge. It's gonna go via Lexington, 125th Street, all the way to Riverside Drive, connecting with the 1, A, B, C, D, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 Metro North. Maybe the 6 at 3rd Avenue 138th Street, and the 2 and the 5 at 149 at 3rd Avenue 149th Street, and the BX41 Select Bus Service. Another route 4A. See, like I told you, it's gonna go from this area right here. You guys remember that we had BX14? That route started here at Hugh Grand Circle. Then goes to Metropolitan Oval, through Metropolitan Avenue, then going to Westchester Square. And the service is increased. Let's view the map of the BX11. See, so it's going to depart the terminal. Instead of doing this loop, it's going to go straight on Edward Grant Highway. going on 170th. But instead of turning in Ruinier Boulevard, covering Jennings Street, 172nd Street, and West Farm Square, West Farms Road, it will turn on Boston Road, 174th Street, and terminating at the Hugh Grant Circle at Parchester. BX25. See, basically the BX25 covered this area, the same one. See, it says service on Arlington Avenue has not been reduced, but rather split the new BX25 to the northern section of Cobb City. The frequencies shown here are at Bay Plaza. So the BX25 will serve Cobb City and the eastern Bronx. Outside Cobb City, the BX25 will follow the same route as the BX26 along Arlington Avenue. Within Cobb City, the BX25 will follow the same route as the BX38, traveling on Baychester Avenue and Cobb City Boulevard and terminating at Bay Plaza Shopping Center in the eastbound direction. Speaking of the BX38, see, the one of the proposals was to discontinue the BX38 service, but they decided to not to. See, the BX38 will serve Norwood Station. It will continue to travel along Gun Hill Road, etc., etc., etc. Let's go to another route. Let's go back here. BX30. So the BX30 will say goodbye to 205th Street. Okay, let's see the Q50. What's going to happen with the Q50? Ah, it's gonna be tricky now with the Q50. Now the Q50 Limited will be operating on. Ooh, thank you for joining me, Alex. So now the Q50 Limited will be tricky because now we'll operate to and from Cobb City during peak peak times. That will be between 6 and 9 and 4 to 7. During off peak, we'll operate from the subway station only, and the schedule will be the same. The route will be the same, but mm, man, let's see the BX5. See, the BX5 will continue to serve Bay Plaza on weekends, but service has been decreased. Here's why: because the BX6 Select bus service is going to go along Story Avenue. That's why. Oh, and the bus priority, they're gonna test it out on Palm Parkway, Farnham Road, West 7th Street, Palm Bay Park Subway Station, Washington Bridge, and West 181st Street, University Avenue to Broadway, East 149th Street, uh, EL Grand Highway between Cross Bronx Expressway East 167, blah 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 blah. Omni 2021. Regular service, Central Bronx, Norwood, Cobb City, Southview, 125th Street. Central Bronx. Since the draft, we updated certain route alignment proposals in Central Bronx in response to customer comments and concerns. The southern end of the south end route alignment on the BX40 and 42 will remain the same. Good. No one. Since release of the draft, we updated certain route alignments proposals in Norwood. In response to customers' comments and concerns, we will maintain the existing route alignment on the BX38 to maintain service options for customers traveling in Norwood to and from Cobb City. See, the BX30, instead of going through Gun Hill Road and going down to Norwood, 12th Street Station, that won't be the case because it will be covered by the BX10, 16, 28, and 38. And Gun Hill Road will be continued to serve by the 28 and 38. Meanwhile, Arlington Avenue will be 25 and 26. See, alignment will be unchanged on the 23. Give me 1 minute, please. I have a comment. So the BX25 will come back. The BX 26, 28, 38 will maintain service in Co-op City. The 29 will be cut back to the Pan Bay Park Station. The BX30 will remain service in Co-op City, but with Western Terminus change to the area of Pan Parkway Station on the 2 and the 5. And the Q50 Limited will retain its existing service in Co-op City, but during peak hour only. Other times, the service will terminate at Palm Bay Park subway station. Soundview, my neighborhood. The map below shows how the combined BX5 and BX6 satellite bus service will work together. Well, instead of splitting the BX6 satellite bus service from the local, I should have suggested the BX5 satellite bus service. Because, come on, the route has 60 footers. 60. And don't tell me that you're going to force people that are on the 6 SBS to transfer to the 6 local that's way over capacity already to go to the Hunts Point Terminal Market. It doesn't make any sense. Epic fail. They're proposing the N125. This will be this number right here will become the highest number in terms of bus routes. Because the highest number right now in Manhattan is the 116. And Queens is the 140. And Brooklyn is the 103. Let me see the express buses. Let's go with the BXM1. No changes. That's a good thing. BXM2. Ooh, the BXM2 will change. Service will be rerouted via the major Deegan Expressway to operate via Inwood and the Harry Hudson Parkway to serve West Midtown. The proposed changes to minimize the time the bus speeds on the heavily congested local Manhattan streets. Customers who use stops south of 72nd Street will have a faster trip as buses will operate on the Harry Hudson Parkway to 79th Street instead of traveling and along Fifth Avenue through Central Park. See, instead of going through Manhattan's east side, now we'll go to the west side. BXM3. No changes. Good. BXM4. Okay, it says service of north from Van Cortlandt Avenue East will be rerouted via Marshall Parkway and Golden Avenue to the new terminal at West 12th Street and Paul Avenue. Service along East 33rd Street and Contona Avenue will be provided by the new BXM5. That'll be interesting. So it's going to be shorter. Yep, it's going to be shorter. Yep. No more to the border. Now it's going to go only to Bedford Park. The new route BXM5. See, in this route, the BXM5 will replace Oh, it's gonna go to Mount Vernon. My bad. I thought that was the border, but it's Mount Vernon. BXM6. Good, no changes. But the service will be decreased. Next. Oh, M100, we missed it. Ooh, the M100 route will be changing. Service along 125th Street will be discontinued. The new southbound terminal will be Amsterdam and West 125th Street. Congestion on 125th Street is the primary cause of reliability issues throughout the route, and 125th Street is duplicate with the M60, the M101, and the new M125. So it's gonna be shorter. No more duplicate service. Too bad. Where were we? BXM7. Good. No changes on the BXM7, but service is decreasing and increasing. It's like 50-50. BXM8. Ooh, service will be changing on the BXM8. During weekday peak hours periods only, service along Westchester Avenue, Crosby Avenue, and Jarvis will be continued for City Island trips. All other trips as will operate as they do. Let me see. Oh, I see now. It's going to continue through Bruckner Boulevard. Good thing. BXM9. Good. No changes. BXM10. Oh, the BXM10 off-peak and weekend routing will change. Off-peak service and weekend service on the BX10 will operate via the Hugh Grant Circle to serve current BXM6 service who will no longer have off-peak and weekend service. Well, BXM 11. Changing the routing on the BXM 11 will be changed to operate from East 233rd Street via Bronxwood Avenue and Boston Road to existing BX 11 non-stop routing to Manhattan to Midtown. Service along White Plains Road will be discontinued to remove service that duplicates the subway. That duplicates the subway. Of course, duh. You cannot have a bus that's aligned the subway unless by any circumstances. Also, instead of going by the 2 and the 5, it will not go to um it won't serve Wakefield or the Reed Avenue. It will terminate here. And it will go by Bronxwood. And finally, to terminate the end with the express bus services, the BXM 18. Ooh, changing. The service will be rerouted from the Mayor Dean Expressway and Fifth Avenue to operate via Inwood and the Henry Hudson Parkway to serve Hudson Yards and downtown. On express bus serving Hudson Yards. This is amazing. So the BXM 18 is the only the only Bronx Express route that goes north to south in Manhattan. But actually it does it Broadway, 6th Avenue, then Madison and 5th, blah blah blah. But now, instead of going through the Mayor Deegan, it will go through Inwood, Riverside Drive, going to Henry Hudson Parkway, going 79th Street, Amsterdam, and then 11th and 10th Avenue in the north, covering Hudson Yards, and then going on the West Side Highway all the way down to the financial district. That's so amazing. Let's see the BX39. Good. Good. 41 SBS. Good. No changes. BX46. Good. BX27. Yes! Yes! It's staying the same, the BX27. Yes! It's staying the same. Yes! Let's see, BX22. That's the Castle Hill Road. Yes! It's staying the same. Good. BX19. Yes! The BX19 is not changing. Bravo. Good. BX18. See, the BX18 will be extended to serve a new section along 168th Street and Shakespeare Avenue, replacing the BX11 along this segment. In combination with frequencies improvements, BX18 will have a better access to the 170th Street 4 B and D stations. And a direct new connection between Highbridge and Morris Heights. This will be the only circular route as a circular, both clockwise and counterclockwise, just like the BX23 in in Cobb City. See, a loop. Come on, the 4A serves subway accessible subway station, Simpson Street. Damn, this is a 323 document. See, the BX2 is not changing. The BX3 is not changing. The original BX4 is not changing, but the 4A is. The BX5 is not changing. The BX6 local is not. But the SBS is. The BX7 is not changing. nor the BX8. The BX9 is not changing either. The BX10 will not change. The BX11 is. The BX12 local is not changing. The SBS road neither. The 13 neither. 15 local and limited is changing. The 16 is not changing. 17 is not changing either. The 18 is. The 19 is not changing. The 20 is staying the same, although that should be outside of the peak. The 21 is not changing. The 22 is not. The 23 neither. So there will be now two circulars, the 18 and the 23. The 24 is changing. This part right here. We'll go here only. The 25 is returning. The 26 is not changing, nor the 27, but it's going 24/7 to West Farms, it looks like. Oh, the 28 is changing. It will not serve Marshall Parkway. Instead, it will go to Bainbridge and Bedford Park Boulevard. So it serves both 12th Street, Bedford Park Boulevard, 4 and D. The 29, we know that is shortening, and it's going to be 24/7. The BX30 is changing. Instead of going to Norwood, it will go now to Pound Parkway. The 31 is not changing. The 32 is not changing. The 33 is not changing. The 34 will change. It will discontinue the rule along Valentine Avenue and parts of Bainbridge. The service will be rerouted via East 204th Street, Webster, to take out existing of the Webster Avenue bus lanes. So we'll terminate at Webster. The BX35 will change. It will be extended to Jennings and West Farms Road. Guys know that the BX36 will change both the local and the limited. Now we'll go straight on Tremont. The 38 will not change despite the fact that they wanted to discontinue this route. The BX39 is not changing. The BX40 is changing. Now we'll go through 180th Street. The 41 is not changing, nor the SBS. The 42 is changing because the 40 and 42 are the married couple, just like the 2 and the 5 in the subway. The 46 is not changing. The M100 is changing. It's going to be more shorter. It will not go through 125th Street. The M125 will be on new route. It will be the highest number in Manhattan, surpassing the 116. The Q50 Limited, it will stay the same, but only peak hours are going to Co-op City. The M1, the BXM1 is not changing. The BX2 is changing. Now all the express buses will operate from the west side, not the east side, except 2 or 3. The BXM3 will not change. The BX4 will change. The BX5 will change. No, the BX5 is a new route. The BX6 will not change. The BX7 will not change. The BX8 will change. It will go more directly on the Bruckner Expressway in Schuylerville. The BXM9 will not change. The BX10 will change. Off-Peak will go via Hugh Grant Circle. The BXM11 will change. Instead of going via White Plains Road as a duplicate service to the 2 train, will go via Boston Road and Bronxwood. The BXM18 will change from the east to west to serve Hudson Yards. And that's it. Okay, so the report will be on the description below, right over here. It is 9:51. Let's do a little subway check. Do you mind? While I prepare myself for tomorrow. Oops, we have delays on the Lexington Avenue line. We have 4 and 5 trains are delayed because of a signal malfunction at GCT. What else is new? Nothing. On commuter rails, we have some delays on the Fall Walkaway branch. And we have that the 929 train from Fall Walkaway due to Atlanta Terminal Brooklyn Flatbush Avenue at 1026 is operating 16 minutes late after receiving substitute equipment. Anything else? Nope. Let's go to west of Hudson to see what we got on AGT. Oh, we got a canceled train on the main Bergen County line. The train canceled train. And we have that the Variety Valley Line train number 5749 that departed at 8:43 from White House is up to 10 minutes late due to an earlier slippery rail condition. And the Morris Nexus lines operating on a closer schedule due to slippery rails. So, tomorrow we have a date, folks. Tomorrow we have a date. Guess where? MTA headquarters. So, as a reminder, Matt Camper will be covering the MTA committee, the MTA full board on his Twitter page, Matt Camper 1994. And I'll be covering the MTA board live for you guys. So that's all for now. Thank you for joining us, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at the MTA headquarters.